Bam! Going live. I want to share the review video from Amanda.
Hello, this is Amanda, and I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Anthony Washington. And we just want to thank you so much for everything that you're doing and the strides that we could see coming through on this case. You are truly doing the impossible, and you're doing the Lord's work out here. We look forward to hearing what else is in store. You made a believer out of us, so I'm really looking forward to what's next. Thank you. Bye.
Bam! Going live. Welcome to the show tonight, everybody. Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools to shut down the court process and you do the work. But in this live stream, we're going to be talking about the work I'm doing. Okay, so you guys know I told you I was going to get Anthony out, and so the judges decided they'll let me talk in the courtroom today. And so we had update today. So now how I did this was I gathered the information I need to structure the documents that we needed to make. The document that, there's two. Well, we did a document and notice of claim letter. And the document was a counterclaim for $200 million that we filed in their case without having to pay filing fees. And so, okay, so the problem was that Amanda's family, or Anthony's family, which was Amanda and her people, she's the go between getting all the work done. She's doing all the muscle. They would not accept their pleadings. So they hijacked Anthony and they shipped him all over the country. He's had 1 mental evaluation, but they keep moving him all around, which is called diesel therapy. And when they do that, it's obviously hard for the family to even keep up where the hell you are until you call in, because you can't use the phone for every time you go someplace until a period of time passes when they check your shit and do all that stuff. Okay, so the family hasn't been able to file anything to help Anthony, and they're railroading him. And if I remember correct, they had his sentencing schedule, I think it was the sentencing they had scheduled for next month or something, and they kept worrying about that and whatever. And finally, I told them, look, you don't, you just need to let me do what we do. So what we did was we made a couple of videos about the situation. We looked up the players' information and showed their information in the videos. And then we, put together what we were going to file in the case, which was the $200 million counterclaim, and we actually came in for RICO on them. And these things kept adding up. It took a little longer than we originally had planned, and then we found out that the casino was involved, and the casino was actually the one that triggered the whole thing to go down unconstitutionally, because Anthony was arrested in the casino from facial recognition, and they didn't have a warrant. So they didn't have a warrant for his arrest, and so the DEA I'm sure they contacted the casino and told him that, that they, needed to go ahead and do the facial recognition and arrest him. But, what the casino don't know, or maybe they do. I don't know who runs a casino, what I do know is that most of the casinos I've been in, they have, private security guards. And private security guards don't have authority to arrest anybody, in my opinion, unless they're a threat to the facility or threatening the customers that are in the facility. They don't have authority to arrest people based off of facial recognition off of some website, because the people that's putting the information in at the website are the same assholes that want you to do the arrest, and that would be the DEA. Each of these agencies input their own stuff into the computer, and they make everybody think that that's, just like they do when they make people think that, that attorneys have a license, and they don't really have a license, So, okay, so we started out with the videos, and then I put together a document that I mailed. I emailed this I mailed a copy. I mailed Anthony 2 copies, and then I put together an email that Anthony's family's emails were in, and Amanda's emails was in, and so was Pro Se Legal School. And we sent it out to them, and we actually sent it to a bunch of different people. We sent it to all the judges from both districts in that section of Fargo, North Dakota. We sent it to the legal department. We sent it to the sanitation department. It took a long time to copy all these emails and stuff and send them out. We're doing an update on Anthony's situation, and I thought there was going to be some other people here tonight. I was expecting Amanda to come, and then I thought, there's Amanda, and I thought Carrie was going to come too, because she this whole thing that I put together was, I started putting it together to get her out some years back, and okay, so the situation is right now, they refuse to let Amanda file anything for how long, Amanda? How long did they turn you away and tell you? Now what they did, that guy Anthony shipped into a different state. So it's not like Amanda can just run down, to the corner down here, or run down a few miles, or even like I used to have to drive 48 miles one way, to file. But, when you get a PACER site, you should be able to file everything on a PACER site. Okay, but they wouldn't let her do that. They would not let her file a year to date. Huh? And Amanda said that last Friday was her birthday, and that was when they posted. That was when they posted that stuff on the docket sheet that I emailed them. Now I mailed Anthony his copies, and I obviously included Amanda and her family in the emails that we sent. In the email that there's going to be a couple of more that we sent to all of the judges, the chief judges. And the reason I'm telling you this is because y'all ask and do the same thing. Okay. Now, you guys can't do eventually I'll have a service set up for that where you can send in your videos and get them put on that one playlist. My whole YouTube channel is SEO'd. So, and that's how, I did a search for the prosecutor, Miss Dawn Dietz. I don't know how to say her last name. Okay. And when I pulled it up, I searched her name because I'm trying to get the address to put on the document. And when I pulled it up, when I clicked it, it pulled up. Oh, it pulled up. It pulled up the first video that we made showing that Anthony was filing a $200 million counterclaim on top of the prosecutors. And then below that was another video that had Amanda Smile in it, talking about, what we were doing. So there were two videos on the page, one at the top, one at the bottom. And I think that's pretty powerful, okay, especially because we do the same thing to the judge. We do the same thing to the judge. And now these videos are pulling up saying all of these things that are true, because they can't prove to me that they're not true. There are all of these things that are true. And then people are going to start worrying. Now, the one thing that was amazing about this, and is they put it on the record. I didn't sign it. I put pro se legal school. That was it. I did not sign it with my name. And I have never seen them post something that wasn't signed, and Amanda has been having a hard time. Has been having a hard time getting her stuff filed because she tried to. They won't take it in the mail. You should be able to file electronically through the Pacer site, but they won't take it. They won't take it through the Pacer site. They just give her a hard time. And so for over a year, she's been over there trying to get them, or trying to do the right thing and beating her head against the wall. And so we sent pro se legal team, because I didn't do it. Sent out the documents that that we expect. Actually, Amanda had signed documents, so I thought she would just file them. I would just send the stuff straight to Anthony, so he have his own copies, and he can sign and file them if he wanted to. If he needed to, but he didn't need to. And I knew that when all of these people get this stuff, they're not going to be able to go stick their head in a stinking hole somewhere. Not all of them. You only need one. There was probably 15 or 20. I don't know how many emails we sent it to. I sent it to all of them. Now, I'd like to believe that all of them are not. Okay, never mind. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Welcome, girlfriend. We'll get back to you in a minute. We're gonna take a break here and just say hi to everybody before we go on. Welcome. What was your name again? Oh, Heather. Okay, sorry. And the leading lady. You will be when okay, so the lawsuit that we put together, and Amanda has been the go-between between me and the family and I. And it's been mostly I, because I'm really good at this. So I told Amanda, if they arrested him at the casino, they didn't have probable cause unless he showed up with some machine guns, a bunch of people. He showed up with his family, okay? They didn't have probable cause. The casino shouldn't even been messing with him. They should have told them DEA fools, y'all ass can take him when he come outside, okay? Because right now, he ain't causing no problem for us. So now they have liability. So they're getting sued for 25% of the entire casino, and you know, if they want to be shitty about it, we could always ask for more. And if I remember correct, because it's been a few days since I've done that paperwork, and they're getting sued for a penthouse suite for Amanda and her family to go and visit, for Anthony to go hang out there when he gets the hell out of jail. Okay, because he ain't going to want to go. And I've been married for a long time, and I raised some daughters, so I learned how to listen. And sometimes dads have a hard time knowing when it's time to listen and when it's time to come up with a plan. So I listen. And then when it's time to come up with the plan, and she also made some kind of a comment about having their family reunion there every year, and she invited me and my family too. So you guys, I'm sure you guys could come too if you want to. When we get done. So Quentin, I got this young man named Anthony in Washington, and I'm helping him get out of jail. I decided to do it, okay, because, you know, people have been using my prosecutor eliminated package, and they've been questioning these people, but I don't get the review because these people make them sign non-disclosure statement, okay? So I'm not working for Anthony, okay? I'm working for Amanda and Anthony's family. So, well, they can't say I'm practicing law without a license. Well, they can say whatever they want because they don't have no license. But they're a little busy right now. And so we're doing things a non-conventional way. The way that I started working on this package for this superhero right here. Oh, the book's over there. Okay, I can reach it. Okay, it fell off the table. So we're done with the book. We'll show it later. And so, you know, my goal was to get her out. And so, you know, of course, I harassed her ass the whole way. You know, in first place, the center was Hazleton, which is behind the wall. And well, she should have been home, but where they said they was going to send her was camp. But to send her to Hazleton behind the wall with killers and shit, and, you know, and they do that to people all the time because they have control over you, total control, because your attorney's kissing their ass. And your family can't figure out a way to make them sit their ass down and shut the hell up. Or at least couldn't. But for now. And so, you know, after they let her out, I still worked on this because I knew that I was going to need it for myself. And then they tried to stop me 3 times from doing what I'm doing on a state level, but the federal government didn't want to come get in my face because we ain't sued there. They know I know about the fraudulent concealment shit because I learned that studying for the lawsuit I'm putting together for this superhero right here, okay? And so, you know, they ain't in no big hurry, okay, to come get in my face, I don't think, because they know that I'm not a deal taker. Okay, I ain't taking no deal. They offered me a really shitty deal. They offered me a really shitty deal. They offered me to get my house back and the stuff that they took out of my wife's store that they said was stolen, that she paid for that wasn't stolen. Okay, that was the deal they offered me. Okay, first of all, so I'm gonna live in a big house without my high school sweetheart. Oh, y'all kidding me right now? Okay, but you know, on the other thing is, okay, how are you gonna make a deal with me and offer me my own shit? I'm sorry. How are they gonna make a deal with me, haul my girlfriend off to jail, and then give me my own shit to go sit down and shut up. Oh, wait. Oh, I could trust their asses. They have my best interest at heart, right? Why they're over here attacking my wife? Yeah, Auntie's turning some heads. And the man said, show him, coach. Now she left me a review on my phone. And just like Dwayne did, and I haven't listened to her yet. I mean, because this last minute stuff, I run around. Well, I had to eat. I showed you. I ain't gonna lie. I showed you my food. I had to eat. All right. If my stomach ain't happy, my brain don't work very well. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Okay. But so I'm going to make a video out of this, and I'll put her. I'll play her. Her that she left me, her review about what's going on. Yeah, we got Heather. Okay, Heather, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I should be paying Anthony's ass. Yeah, that's what you're thinking. Oh yeah, and they sent her there. You have to have, if I remember correct, because she told me when she was there, and I made the paperwork, the first lawsuit that I put together and I sent to their ass. And she told me you had to have 15 points to be in that place. She had 2, and none of them were hers. Two, and none of them were hers. But the problem is the prosecutor, Tara D. Moore Head. I love having a space in between saying her last her last name. I got in trouble for okay. She's been disbarred. Oh, she's been disbarred, and but that had nothing to do with what I went through. Okay, because no, I put together, when I found out that they did that to her, I put together a lawsuit that we sent over. I sent over, it's like a notice of claim, and I sent a copy of my legal consent that I have from her, power of attorney, to do whatever I need to do. So, for anybody that has somebody that's about to be in this situation, you need to have that. And so I sent that over to him. I put together the lawsuit, and we talked on the phone. And Anthony and I are trying to learn how to do this. When you talk on the phone, if you say certain things, it triggers their shit, and they start listening to your stuff. And so I told her to tell those fools that I'm not part of their shit. I'm not an attorney. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff. Okay, none of those limitations and none of that shit. I don't have to file a notice of anything. If she gets hurt, then I'm going to own the prison. Okay, and I don't think I can let those people out, but. If she was at the halfway, if she was at the stinking camp, I could. Okay, so I harassed them, and I sent that shit over. And when they got it, they called her in the office, and they asked her what was going on. And she just told them, look, you guys heard my husband. He's a little grumpy. He's a little grumpy. And when she got back to the unit or whatever, they still put her on the thing to be shipped out to camp. She should have been coming home, but at least she was getting shipped the hell out of there in the following week. And she had friends that been there for 6 months trying to get on that list to get shipped the hell out of there that shouldn't have been there. they're there because they decided they wasn't going to snitch at the last minute, or they're there because for the same reason my wife was there, because she told them to go kiss her ass. Okay. If you stand up for your rights, this is what you get. If, this is what you get. And then if you have the right shit, then, oh, yeah. And, yeah. So they had her at the halfway house. When they finally let her out, okay, she was like 20 miles or 15 miles from where my daughter lived. No, she could have went and lived with my daughter and my daughter's family and my daughter Christina and John. She could have went in. No, they wanted me to go to a halfway house. And so, yeah, we had problems with the halfway house. I was all the way in an undisclosed location, the one that I'm in now, when I found out she was still around the halfway house. And somebody at the halfway house had a burr under their saddle for her and was giving her a hard time. Took her phone, sent her out on a bus someplace in Tampa. She'd never been before. And, yeah, it was just, And I called their ass up to talk to them about that shit, and they hung up on me twice. It only takes 2 times. So I learned who Suncoast Corporation ran the halfway house and had men and women in the same place, which is an absolute no. Now, they had women on this side, men on that side, but, according to the rules. Okay, and, well, I put together, I dutied up the lawsuit that I sent over there in the first place, and I sent it to the people that the corporation owners of Suncoast and the BLP and the warden and everybody's name that had any clout. And when that stuff got to them, okay, about, I didn't know how long it took. So my wife called me on the phone one day and we were talking, and she said, yeah, we're cleaning up, and all these people are coming, they got to clean in. And all of a sudden, these dudes in suits showed up. And they've been walking around or whatever. And finally, she was telling, I don't know what's going on. And finally, one of them said, who's Miss Neighbors? And she's like, oh, God, they're calling me. She said, I'm going to the hole. No, sweetie, I don't think you're going to the hole. Okay, just call me back. So we hung up, and she went over there. And she called me back about a few minutes later. She's like, oh, my God, what did you do? Me? Apparently, those guys, they asked her if the problem had been taken care of. Well, when they found out that those people were mad, that I was pissed, and so was she, because I wouldn't be pissed if she wasn't pissed. When they found out that, and those people were coming, then they straightened up and they gave her her phone back or whatever. And she told me that when she told him that she got her phone back and everything was fine, that the guy asked her if her husband was happy. No. And she said, oh, he's a little protective, no. And, and she's, as long as she don't have a problem. And then that lady couldn't talk to Carrie for quite a while. If she had anything to say, she had. And, I had a problem with that lady too. After she was really mad about that, and I never told you about this, girlfriend. I had a problem with that lady too. But one day I showed up to pick her up for work, to take her to work every day. And I drove a Ford F-250 diesel, 4-door, full bed, with a sign on the side that said professional delivery and moving service. And my truck has high performance shit on it, because I was running about 650 horses. And so I was pretty like, they know who I am. Oh no. She told me I need to get out and come up there, up the stairs and up to the thing so they can see, All right. So I stopped, turned the truck off, got out. And while I was walking up the stairs, there was a young man just standing there. And I said, hey, man, what's up? And I gave him a pound, and he said, "Oh, dude, not much, I'm about ready to get out of here. I bet that's, And she yells on the intercom, "Mr. Neighbors, you don't need to be talking to the residents." And I don't remember what her name was, but I yelled her name really loud because she was 4 stairs over and over there to let her know that I was not a resident here and I could talk to whomever I felt like talking to. As long as she expects me to get out of my truck and walk up here, if I walk past somebody and I think they respect me, I'm going to say hello to them. I might, hell, I might even give them a hug. Oh, she was mad. She told me I need to get off the property and all that. So I am. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now as soon as my honey get in the car. Okay? So that's how, and so you guys can see that stuff that we're doing here is, it's kind of not new, okay? Because it's just some attitude shit without limitations. But with the real-time feedback that we're getting from all of the people that have been helping us here, and people like Amanda and Anthony's mom and the rest of his family, who all have been doing what I said, okay? So now they actually filed the notice of claim letter, and I put a picture of this on the front of the thing. They filed a notice of claim letter in his case, and I didn't sign it. I just put Pro Se Legal School on capital letters. And they filed it in his case. They filed both. I emailed it to them, to a whole bunch of different people, and they filed it in his case, which is just I did not expect that. What I expected was to have the email slow them down enough where Anthony could get his stuff and sign it and get it to them, because I already knew that they were going to give Amanda a hard time, even though I pretended when she talked to me that I didn't know. But I didn't realize she was way over there. And okay, so if they're giving you a hard time about filing your shit, won't let you file stuff or whatever, there's an option. You can file your stuff in the court that's closest to you, if it's federal, or state. Dude, I need to get this filed today. I don't have enough gas to make it all the way over there. Could you guys please file it and shoot it over to them? I'll give you an extra $5. Most of these guys jump right on it. I helped a friend of mine do that, and he got out of the mental institution before I did. But he was a really good friend. And he got out before I did. His attorney sent him a document to get him out and back on pretrial release. And he had stamped copy on, but it wasn't file stamped. It was not file stamped. And so my friend said to me, he asked me, what would you do? I said, well, how bad do you want to be? Because there's one bad, and then there's another bad over here. If they both get together, it's some shit going down. And he said, I want to be as bad as you. Oh, all right. So my advice to him was to take that file stamp document to get him out on pretrial release, out of the mental institution, because that wasn't what they had planned for him, down to the library and cover up the part that said copy with white paper and mash it down so you can't see any shadow around, and copy it. That's all you got to do, because the attorney's signature was on it and whatever. All he had to do was just do that to show that it wasn't a copy. And since it wasn't file stamped, then now if the attorney had any sense, he should have just file stamped it and told them not to do anything with it or whatever. But we're stupid and we don't know stuff. So he sent that in, but he didn't send it in to the same court. And this is where I was getting in the first place, to give you a hard time. He sent it into the county next over, and he told them that he was an inmate. This is all the money that he had. could they put it on the thing and even shoot it over to him? And it wasn't long after that he came running out in the yard wanting to hug me. Because his attorney, told him he was getting out. And I know his attorney, his ass was on fire over that. They probably told him, dude, you've been drinking too damn much. What the hell? Hey, Solar, welcome to the show. Wow, yeah, Heather, I was saying wow too, because so if they file my stuff, and this is so awesome for Anthony, he tried to call me today, but I didn't want to take his call because, he doesn't know yet. I don't think he knows yet. Once he figures out that he has a chance by the shit or whatever, then we'll take his call, because I ain't trying to talk to him. And, I don't do well with fear. Y'all know that if y'all know me. I don't do well with fear. I don't do well with people who give up. I don't do well with people who don't trust me. I don't do well with people who give up. So, and so what does this mean? Oh, thank you, Carrie. What does this mean? And I was talking to Anthony's family earlier today on a whatever the hell you call it, and we were talking, and I was like, it's a little scary, and I heard a man say scary. I'm like, well, you don't usually hear a coach say that, but you know what? I'm not a deal taker, so I don't back up. I ain't got nowhere to hide. Okay, but maybe exciting and scary. Okay, but I don't have to worry about a scary part because I'm at an undisclosed location and I'm not back in Kansas living where my going up on me. I got deployed over here to do some things for a superhero, and so they can't roll up on me. No, they can't roll up on me. So I'm showing out. This all started so I could showcase the prosecutor eliminator package, the criminal prosecutor eliminator package, and show you how easy it is to get people the hell out of jail. Well, as easy as it should be if you do it the way I have it set up in my head. My head is set up from being in there 33 months and then having my wife having to serve 97 months. I don't know what that figures out in years. I don't think they want to tell you because then you be getting mad and act stupid in court. So they just put it in months. Okay, so my coach, Denny Harden, who taught me how to do this, well, he kind of got me started on the fraud of the shit in the Constitution. This man knows everything about the Constitution. Okay, he got me started on it, and now with all of the real-time feedback, we've turned it into something quite extraordinary. I was talking to Amanda, and I told her it's not, if they're going to file my stuff now, and not only did they place it on the, now you can't see it. You can't see it. You can only see that it was a notice of claim letter, and then they said it was that we were asking for a settlement conference, and that was kind of extraordinary too, because the other document they don't mention was the $200 million counterclaim that we filed after we added their assets as plaintiffs to their own shit. And we added the casino to it, and the owner of the casino, and the DA, and the DEA agents that did their arrest, they all got added to it as plaintiffs. You can add plaintiffs to their own shit just like they do defendants after they get done paying the snitches. Now, did that work, Coach? Well, it's working pretty good for me. It's working pretty good for Amanda because I work for her. So they can't even be talking about this, practicing law, license or whatever. But they have way more to worry about right now than that anyway. And if they place this stuff on the record, so That means like pro se legal school. Well, we got a bar card. I didn't think about having it right here. I got a, okay. Seriously. Okay, can I get serious? Thank you, RP. Can I get serious? Okay, we're gonna get cereal. Okay, that's what I should I tell my kids. Okay, I'm cereal. We're gonna get cereal. If they place my stuff on the record and they mention settlement conference, I never seen that. Usually when they place your stuff on the record, they don't say demand for trial or trial, whatever. They just automatically know that you're going to let them kick your ass. But they put a settlement conference on there. So Amanda, that to me, the words, it doesn't matter what the whole stuff together means. The individual words is what I focus on. And when I looked at that whole thing, settlement conference written over there, could that mean that they're going to force those assholes to come to the table? Well, I think, I don't know. I would say it probably does. But, that's not the only thing that's forcing them. Okay, so I wonder what your family thinks about South Point, about their situation, their participation in this. Corporate businesses like that, they don't want everybody to know that they've been having their own customers that come into their store arrested and hauled the hell off to jail. You think South Point Casino in Las Vegas wants people to know that they have their customers arrested when they come in based off of facial recognition? Now, I have people telling me, oh, Coach, I looked it up, and facial recognition is just fine. They can do that. These are comments on YouTube left in the thing. And I said, I'm sure you looked up their statute. If you look it up more, you'll find they can do it. And then they can half do it. Then they can undo it. Statutes and codes are not valid laws, and they don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. So I don't really care about them. Okay. So when I heard that he was arrested with facial recognition, okay, the first thing that popped into my head, I'm going to say it a couple more times because I know some of y'all ass ain't listening and shit. Y'all getting beer and stuff. The first thing that popped into my head was, who puts the information in the computer to trigger the facial recognition? I already knew because I've been through this shit and I'm not a moron. And I've been doing this for a minute. So I already knew. But I asked and I looked it up. And it said the agencies put their own shit in for each of the, Oh. Now, you know what? It's not a violation of the Constitution for agencies to put lies in their computer bank about you. But when they use them to circumvent an arrest warrant to violate your due process, obstruct the administration of justice, and the Tucker's Act, which is a federal law, this is how we bring criminal liability to the table with the shit you get from my website at winningcourtnow.com. The Tucker's Act is a federal law that strips these state players or any players that violate your an administrative situation, strips them of their qualified immunity that they think they have. And it makes it a federal violation, and we pretty much add that in our shit. So the way it's supposed to be, and this is what I heard from the people that I trained with, when I was in jail. The way it's supposed to be is anybody should be able to go to court and help your ass if they want to. And then what they're saying, have fire or whatever, it should be treated. Oh, no. Then it got to, these assholes took over, and now you got to have a license, do this, you got to have a license, do that, you got to do, no, wait. Okay, No, you can't file nothing. You got to get an attorney. Well, I've had 29 of them, and they all kept screwing me over, and now I'm running out of money. So what do I do now? Just let you guys take my house? Let you guys haul my man off to jail? Y'all already had his ass for a damn year, and I'm sick of this shit. And, oh, I can't remember. Amanda, what's the county jail where they're holding him at? I can't remember what the county jail is they're holding at. We might as well throw a plug in there for that. They're feeding his ass total bullshit with green mold on it and all kind of shit. And, you know, when you're in federal custody, you're supposed to be getting treated like, you know, I'm just going to say it. When you're in federal custody, you're supposed to be getting treated like the 98% conviction rate they have. That's what they told me. They got a 98% conviction rate. I've been there, assholes. It's a plea rate. Y'all ass got a 98% plea rate. Oh, yeah. So, you know, this happens when you roll without limitations. When you roll without limitations, that means if you have obstacles in the way, you figure out a way to work them out. You negotiate. You figure something out when you roll without limitations. Okay, but you know, sometimes people rolling without limitations can be a little abrasive to other people who don't want to roll. And those people get mad and they talk crap and they block you from filing stuff for you know, a year while they hold your the person you love, yeah, and treat them like a damn animal. Okay, I've been there. I know. They get treated like a damn animal. So this is kind of cool. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to email. Actually, I was going to do it. I still have time, maybe if I don't. And I went to the gym today, so I'm running out. Okay, we're going to send the email over, and we're going to let their asses know that we also filed a $200 million counterclaim, and it's not showing on the record. Okay? It's not showing on the record because Anthony's family checked, and that shit ain't showing on the record. And we're also going to address the fact that they haven't given him his legal mail. Okay? It said legal mail on that shit. I tracked it. I know that they have it. Okay, how long it takes them, whatever, I don't give a shit about none of that because I already know that they're going to be playing a little bullshit, and that's why we do things the way we do. And Amanda Amanda was totally on board, but, you know, Anthony, we haven't really had a chance to tell him everything that he needs to know. So he's still kind of, but, you know, right now there ain't nothing other than, you know, I don't want to talk to you if you have fear because I don't want their asses to hear any fear over here because I don't have any. I'm hiding out. And they don't know I'm hiding out, okay? Okay, they're going to come and get me right now. I don't give a shit. I'll grab my package. Actually, I have 2 packages. And then I'll make sure that I have everything I need to send in my stuff. And then I can break the other package down and make sure I have commissary. And make sure I send some of my people home that trust me. Like, that's how we roll. No, we didn't. Yeah. Okay, so, okay. I'm going to blast the ass in the email anyway because I know they're going to open it and they're not going to open it in front of me. I'm going to blast them anyway because that's just what I do. Because I know they're going to screw up something. This is all part of the program that I do here on the backside of these things. And these are the things that you're going to learn in the new online course that I put together for crushing the government from hauling your family to jail. It don't matter if it's state or federal. Okay, the document that I have on the website now is for state. I have a new document that I put together for Anthony. It's totally freaking bad. Y'all seen pictures of it. It's totally badass. And it addressed the RICO. That document is going to be included in the online course that I'm putting together. And this online course is going to be, for entrepreneurs, coaches, businesses. It's going to be for, it's going to, I have attorneys that are in the program. And, well, a couple of them, because they're going to disbar him. So they just finished pissing him off. And and they bought the bar card too. Yeah, I can't wait to hear. Yeah, okay. So I wanted to make sure that everybody see how this works. And this is going to be added into the new online course that I'm putting together. And in that online course, teaching you how to crush the criminal prosecutor, state or federal. Okay, you'll have a choice to pick either one. In the course, we're also going to add what you need to get the tax shit off of your back. Okay, my wife got out and they had a tax lien on her for 4 or 5 years. I didn't know exactly how many years, 4 or 5 years. And she wasn't getting her federal income tax. She wasn't getting nothing. And then she bought some property. And then, well, she found out the day she closed on the property that the federal government still, 5 years later, had a tax lien for some bullshit against her that she didn't know about and no one said anything to her about. And Annette Gurney, okay, I can remember all of this stuff. Annette Gurney, the U.S. attorney out of Wichita, my wife called down there and talked to her. She filed something. Within an hour and a half, she made something and she filed it and she emailed a copy of it to my wife too. And she sent over, so now these people could do whatever and leave her the hell alone. Yeah, I have all that information. And so we're going to add documents in the online course to teach you how to do that. We're also going to have the documents in the online course to teach you how to stop the credit, how to crush their credit score and the credit card bullshit, their credit score bullshit. When you get locked up, you can't pay your shit. Then your score shoots down in the shit because of all the lies. And we're also going to have the document to stop the foreclosure process. That's what we went through. While we was locked up, they did the foreclosure. And that's why that's my baby over there. But I got a new baby now because that baby's getting big. And I really like this baby, helping people get the hell out of jail. Now, just think about it. If this works out, then, pro se legal school, I mean, they're filing the shit in the case like pro se legal schools, like, I don't know. I hate to say real attorney, but okay, so what I learned was anybody should be able to go into court, or not. Actually, we don't go into court because we don't roll like that. Because I'm too mouthy. Okay, I can't be going into court because I'm going to jail. The last time I went to court. Okay. So, but we have what you need to crush Richland